Hey, what's up? It's Drake here. I was coming to you with a Khazan build video. This is the first build video I've made on Khazan so far. I've been kind of cataloging my progression through the game, just recording each major boss fight. Uh, really good game, really tough some of the bosses are. Really, of course, if you're playing it like I am, I'm not using any of the NPC helpers, and I'm playing it on normal difficulty. So, I mean, it's kind of self-implied hard mode, I guess you would say, but I'm really enjoying it. I kind of like fighting bosses 15, 20 times before I clear them. It's fun, but I come across this build. I would say this is probably late early game, maybe mid game. I'm not sure. This is still my first playthrough, but this is the first decent build I've come across, so I thought I might put it out there so everyone could come across it. It really helped me with the last boss fight I just did. That's the set I used in it, and it was pretty good. But so I'll go over it right here. Spoilers: this is going to be like the second area you come to, and I am going to show a couple enemy that you can farm to get this set as early as I found it. So I mean, if you haven't made it this far, you don't want to see it, turn back now. But yeah, now this I will show. I'm running 2-piece executioner, and you can see it's kind of low level. All my other stuff is 60 up to 70, but I just really like the 2-piece bonus, the stamina damage increase of 15%, because honestly the dual swords that I've been rocking don't do a lot of stamina damage, so every little bit helps to get those breaks. And the other one is this Deep Shadow set, which I found, which is really good. I mean, honestly, looks like, I don't play spear, but it looks like it's a really strong spear set at this point in the game. But I'm running it for the frontal assault stamina damage of 15% and the frontal assault damage increase of 10%. So from these, just your armor here, you're getting an extra 30% stamina damage basically all the time, because you're always going to be attacking from the front if you're not using in the summons, which I haven't tried yet, but I'm assuming sometimes they pull aggro, so this might not be the best set if you're running that. And you're getting the frontal assault damage increase of 10%. But like I said, if you're running the summons and they're pulling aggro a lot, then I would say this wouldn't be the best set to do. Now, I thought about going for the 4-piece with the guard penetration at 90%. That's pretty awesome. So if you wanted to go that way, you could also farm. I mean, you could go full 5-piece if you wanted to. I mean, you could even do 6-piece, because I'm not sure if the guy I'm talking about would drop it. I've got 1 piece in the previous level I run, but the enemy I found is an elite enemy, but you can respawn him, and he does drop pretty consistently. I think I had to run him 4 or 5 times to get these 3 pieces, plus I got the spear that goes with this set too. I think I might actually have got a couple. Yeah, I got a couple of those spheres from him. So yeah, all in all, not too bad of a drop rate. And the other thing I got, now this comes from the level I just run at the Defector's Ring. It just, and necklace, just gives you a 2-piece of Brink Guard Spirit Accumulation. I'm assuming that's 15%, so if you're just Brink Guarding a lot, it just helps keep your spirit up so that you can do your special moves when you need to. And I've got these just because they're the best weapons I've got at the moment, but the 3-piece on this would be good, or at least 2-piece for Potent Blow would be pretty good if you were running something like Great Sword that was, or maybe Sphere that was heavily into Potent Blow. But yeah, not to ramble on too much more, if you didn't know, the Executioner set actually comes from this area here, and I'll go back to the Mortal World so we can access it after you do. Now, I first found it after you do the Jarling side mission. When you do the Jarling side mission, it will give you access to the Jarling dude. There might be a way to access it before then. I'm not 100%, but that's just when I found it. So for sure, I mean, once you progress the Jarling storyline and you get access to the Jarling dude here, it also gives you access to this area in the crevice that you were formerly not available to access, I don't believe. No, I'm not 100% on that, but this is an illusion wall. Dodge through it, just give a little dodge through it and it'll go away, and when you open this up, you will get the full Executioner set right here. I'm assuming this is a guaranteed drop, so that's real easy to get those 2 pieces of the Executioner, or even full Executioner is good when you first get it, because when I got it, it was better than anything else I had come across at that moment. I mean, since then it's been out leveled by other stuff, and honestly, it's kind of not practical to try to level it up and keep it that far, because each piece of gear you put on it only adds like 1 to 2 levels. I mean, you'd honestly have to sacrifice like 70 pieces of gear to get the 2 of them up to the current level that they're at, and I'm sure I'll replace it shortly. Alright, the other one, and I will show it, is the elite enemy that you can farm to get the Deep Shadow set, which I think if you were running a spear build would be really, really strong. It's actually the first area you come to, the Palmenian Citadel. I'm sure I'm saying it all kind of wrong. But you want to progress to the Fallen Citadel waypoint here. And I think this would be a good all-around set, because honestly, more stamina damage and more frontal attack damage applies to almost any weapon that you're running. I guess it would apply to any weapon that you're running. So, I mean, not a specialized build, more of a one-size-fits-all kind of build. But yeah, the main ones and I'm not really doing a gameplay build, but I like the Whirlwind ability. I use it a lot. It's just great for trash clear. Probably the highest damage one I've seen so far. I've been looking for something to replace it, but as of yet, I haven't been able to. I also use Phantom Sword Dance a lot, which is just great because every time you do your Whirlwind, it also throws out more Phantoms, which super increases your DPS on this ability. And it's got a 40-second uptime, so it's pretty easy to regen the 2 spirit costs that it consumes to have it active. So basically it's 100% uptime. The other ones are just pretty basic, however you're playing. And I was using Breeze Dash. It's really good for those times when you're out of stamina. You can go ahead and pop this and use it even when you're out of stamina. But I recently changed it, so I was going to try something a little new. But yeah, what you want to do is from this checkpoint, go over here to the left. There's going to be 2 little archer guys here. Go ahead and take them out. No, he didn't die. It's just a little short run. It's not too bad. And there'll be an elite enemy up here. Actually, he's right there. You just have to make it around to him. And he drops this. This is the earliest I've seen that this set will drop. I'll clear those guys out of the way. But yeah, this one right here. He is the one, and he can be a little difficult sometimes, but he's the one that will drop the Deep Shadow set. Why is that not targeting? I like to take this dog out, take that dog out, and then it's just me and him. And I don't know, see, the Formless Warrior Spear, I think that might be part of the Deep Shadow. Yeah, so he just dropped this Formless Warrior. That's actually part of the Deep Shadow set. So I don't know. I mean, so far, all I got him to drop was the spear, the chest, arms, and waist. I don't know if he will drop the head or arms, but he will drop those. And he drops them pretty consistently, to be honest. So this is where I farmed it at. And what you'll need to do, if you didn't know, if you haven't had to do it, is you will actually have to travel back to the crevice and then travel to a different area and then travel back to this area. I won't do all that, but if you just travel back to this area again, it saves your progress, so the elite enemy won't be there because he doesn't respawn when you rest. So if you're wanting to farm this particular set from this particular enemy, like I said, I got 1 drop from the other level I just ran, but it was just from a random enemy. so I'm assuming it's randomized. But yeah, I said if you'll look at it, go back into that, it still has the little save icon there beside the fallen citadel, which means it's saved in progress, which means this elite enemy won't be there. I'm not sure if you can travel to a different a different location and within the same area. What I did just for convenience is just like I just pop over to Silent Temple, because you have both these at the same time, travel to Silent Temple, travel right back, and then respawn, and then the elite enemy will be there again. But yeah, that's basically it. That's like I said, early mid-game build. Like the Executioner is just there for more stamina damage. You don't feel like you need that, supplement or whatever. Try to go for a full Deep Shadow if you're spear running, or I mean, however you want to do it. But I would say 3 pieces of this will be a great extra stamina damage and extra damage increase on any weapon, any playstyle that you're running, I would assume. But alright, that's it for the video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If I've missed anything or need to know anything, leave it in the comments. And as always, if you want to see more, help the channel out, click that sub button. And as always, thanks for watching.